Harley-Davidson has updated its offering in the sports touring segment with the release of the new Sportster S. Let's take a closer look. Arriving in showrooms from December, the new Sportster S effectively replaces the Iron 883, Iron 1200 and 48 models within Harley-Davidson's Australian lineup. In doing so, it increases pricing above the all-important $20,000 bracket, starting at $26,495 right away. At the heart of the new Sportster S is the brand's new Rev Max architecture, headed by a liquid-cooled 1252cc 60-degree V-twin engine shared with the Pan America. The engine is a stress member, cradled in an alloy steel trellis frame. 4-piston front brakes and 43mm upside-down shower forks reinforce the sporty premise on show. The Sportster S is a pretty big deal for Harley-Davidson. It's their longest running nameplate, and this new bike takes a bit of a new direction while also including styling cues from machines like the Fat Bob and the 48. It looks fantastic in the skin, 17-inch front tyre, 16-inch rear with plenty of rubber on hand. I love the new teardrop design at the rear, the flat track inspired exhaust system and the bits of magnesium all over the outside of the engine. There's no chrome to be seen here, but that's just perfect for this style of machine. The Sportster S is aggressive with its riding layouts, thanks to forward position foot pegs and a long reach to the handlebars. At 160mm wide, the big front tyre means the Sportster S does initially feel eager during corner tip-in and suffers mildly from tramlining. But otherwise, this latest sports tourer sits confidently on the road and flicks easily between changes in direction. Harley claims up to 34 degrees of lean angle, though at 228 kilograms, weight is a constant consideration. First impression, it was really easy to get up to speed with the new Sportster S. I jumped on, I'm about 5'9". The bike is set up for about a 90-kilogram rider, and pretty immediately I felt comfortable with the way the bike turned in, all its throttle braking modulation, and just its general handling. It kind of caters to a wide variety of different riding. We only did a short stint in mostly urban conditions today, but it fared pretty well. There's only 1.5 inches of travel on the back shock, so while the front can be plush and can be tuned a little bit, the rear felt like it was a little bit sharper with its rebound out of sharper imperfections in the road, but I still felt pretty comfortable. The ergonomics of the machine are fantastic, and as I said, it's really easy to get up to speed with. Importantly, power and torque figures are accessed earlier in the rev count in the Sportster S. Variable valve timing and 2 internal engine balancers, one below the crankshaft and the other in the front cylinder head, reduce the amount of vibration. The biggest surprise for me with the Sportster S is that new engine. It's got the 90-degree firing order, so that itself means that the bike is quite smooth. It means it can be quite linear in its throttle response, but it's quite startling how quick it is through the mid-range in particular. Once you get to 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, especially when you're in sport mode, it really does take off, and it pulls cleanly all the way through to its 10,000 RPM cutout. So that was a real surprise for me, and it does sort of really just show off the sporty premise of this machine. It does stop, it does turn, does everything you really want it to, kind of within the confines of a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Now I have to say, with that new 90-degree firing order, there is quite a nice, authentic Harley-Davidson sound there, but it is a little bit buried. You get a nice bit of crackle on the overrun, and under full acceleration there is a nice note there. It's probably not going to be sort of to the volume that a lot of Harley-Davidson enthusiasts might expect, but even in the stock form it worked pretty well. Probably the biggest problem with the exhaust, there is heat shielding, you can see there right along the side of it, but it does become hot. Particularly in urban scenarios. When the bike starts getting hot, you really do feel quite a bit of heat at your right side there. But otherwise, the engine's fantastic, works well, makes enough noise, but obviously people might want a little bit more from their machine. The Sportster S keeps pace with its competition thanks to a TFT display, ABS with cornering function, traction control with cornering function, as well as front and rear wheel lift mitigation. There are 3 different riding modes, road, rain or sport, as well as 2 customisable settings. Heated grips, cruise control, Bluetooth and self-cancelling blinkers
also go some way in justifying the relatively lofty purchase price.
Those are just a few of the takeaway features of the new Harley-Davidson Sportster S. We look forward to bringing you more content on this machine, try and get it out on some more open roads and tell you more in due course.